Welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. Alright, well, as you can see in the upper left corner, Alpha 5.1 Build 811 is out. And I have been anticipating this one because there's been a lot of changes, a lot of new stuff in here and whatnot. Like, for example, the flares and lens flares and whatnot on the lights back there. Yeah. And other little things, little things like, for example, a quality of life issue. The med bay, I don't have to jump to get into it anymore. That is great. And there's all sorts of other things. There's one thing that I need to address, and it has to do with the auto miner. Now, since I played last, they made a change to the auto miners in that when you start a new game, you get a limited number of auto miner cores, and then you can get more from certain hostile POI loot containers and whatnot. Now, obviously, this world was created long before that. And so when I was playing before, the last time out, I had made up one auto miner and got it positioned. And so what I'm going to do now is I am going to turn on the item menu, and then I am going to find the miner, specifically the auto miner core, and I'm going to give myself precisely 7 of them. And the reason for that, let me turn this off. There, that's disabled. The reason for that is that I did some testing, and when starting a new game with the settings that I used for starting this one, you start off with 8 auto miner cores. And since I have one auto miner, I decided I would give myself 7 of the cores, which makes up for the fact that I am refusing to start over if I don't absolutely have to. And guess what? I don't absolutely have to. Okay, last time out I had been refining a bunch of promethium and making a bunch of fusion cells, and what I want to do right now is head up here, turn the jetpack on, it'll work better. Get into the broken tooth, power up, and I'm going to head out to that auto miner that I had left on a promethium deposit, collect the goodies. Oh, yeah. I want to make sure that it has a good supply of fuel, so I should bring some of those fusion cells with me and let the thing be powered by fusion cells. So let's go over here. And duck back inside and get them real quick. Whoops. I didn't mean to hit V. Alright. I keep doing that. Alright. That's like 1,600 fusion cells. And I've got enough promethium in there to make a good bunch more. And I'm gonna do. Just get over here, and it's right in the middle there, just a little bit past those puddles of water. They're not big enough to call them lakes. Alright, not too far ahead. The only problem is that the terrain deformation and the miner itself doesn't load until you're practically right on top of it. As you can see from here, it didn't load until I was right on top of it. Okay. Power off. And let's see what's in here. Alright, another 113. I'm going to take these out. Oh God, you can't shift click them out. I'm going to take these things out and I'm going to replace them with fusion cells. Because fusion cells, well, these things have 150 fuel value. Fusion cells have 300. So they'll last a whole lot longer that way. Alright, 26 hours of operational time with 80 promethium per hour. Cool. Alright. Now, to head back to base, I'm going to get those in there and get that promethium in there, get that started cooking. And while it is, I'm going to head out front to the, I think it's about 40 or 60, I forget which, of the oxygen-hydrogen generators. And I'm going to collect all of the hydrogen out of those. Get that processed into fuel. And then I want to do a little something on the ship and head off to Akua Moon for the purpose of stocking up on the pentaxid crystals. Oh, if I can manage to not kill myself in the trees. Ugh. Up a little more. There, get out of the trees. Get over the base. Set down. Power off and get out of here. Jeez. Alright. Promethium. Oh, there's another new thing too. Control click. Queue up 100 at a time. Love that. Okay. Alright, helmet on because this is going to be going into the water to do this. Oh, suit light. I love that too. That's great. Helmet on. Okay. Alright. Get the hydrogen bottles out of these things. That's going to take me a little while. And then I'm going to make up as many fusion cells as I can. And then I need to make up a little something for the ship, which is going to then, after that, we're heading off to space. Now, one of the things I'm doing here, first off, this is a long recording session, and I'm going to break this into however many episodes it turns into. And also, because there has been some new stuff added, what I've done is I went into the save folder and I deleted all of the playfields except Akua, Akua Orbit, and Akua Moon. All the other playfields, Omicron and so on, have been deleted, which means that when I get into the area and they need to load, they will be regenerated using the 5.1 stuff. So that will be good. And at some point, perhaps I should probably think about, when I'm not here, deleting the Akua playfield and letting that reset as well. I don't know. Need to get rid of some of this oxygen. I actually don't need as much oxygen as it's giving me. And I never understood why it is that it doesn't produce 2 hydrogen for 1 oxygen. I mean, that is the formula for water. I don't know. So this save is going to have the 5.1 stuff in it. And yeah, that should be interesting. Be heading off to Omicron sometime soonish. Well, in video terms, it'll be soonish. In actual fact, I'm going to take a while to get all this stuff harvested and processed. These things hum awfully loud. Alright. I think that's all of them. Alrighty. I am off to remove the helmet and go in here and cook all this stuff into fusion power cells. I have to do something with all these oxygen bottles. It's way more than I need. All right, control, click, bang, 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 bang. And just queue up a whole mess of them like that, and however many it can make, it'll make. Meanwhile, I'm off waiting until that's done. All right. All the fuel production is complete. Another 496 cells. So I've got a little over 2 stacks of fusion cells. Not bad. Okay. Let's head out here. I've emptied out the oxygen from those things, so there's plenty of room for more hydrogen cells. Get aboard ship here. Let's get some stuff put away. Let's see. These need to go in here. And actually, come think of it, I need to do some unlocking. Here it is, the drill turret. Unlock that. And I think there's some things over here as well. Well, it's over here somewhere. Alright, the drill module for the hover vehicle, drill turret for the hover vehicle, cargo box thing, harvester module I already have. Alright. I think that's pretty much it. Give it a quick once over to make sure I've got everything. And yeah, I think I do. Alright, good enough. Now, in here for capital vessels, I'm looking for the drill turret. And let me have one. And I'm going to go ahead and mount that on Prometheus before we leave. And then I think I want to head over actually out to the asteroid belt. No, not this asteroid. Akua orbit is going to be the same as it was. Alright, not a problem. Not a problem. I'm going to mount this thing on the underside, I think, along here. Yeah. Alright. Cool. That works good. Now, let's get out of here. Oops, that was weird. Okay. Climb aboard. I did that. Alright. Zoom out. Yeah. And power on. No. Thrusters on. Thrusters active. And I see they've done some work with the thrusters, the particles, and all that. It looks a whole lot better. Alright. Destination Akua Moon for pentaxid crystal mining. Because gonna need that. And I mean, I have some, but it never ever hurts to have more. So that sounds like a trick to me. A thing to do. Alright. Line up for the moon. There it is. Alright. Get to the moon, find some fields of crystals, and get loaded up on them. Try to come in somewhat, sort of, kind of equatorial, which is going to mean a serious hard left when I get down there. Okay. And hopefully I'm not coming down on top of something that's going to shoot at me. Although it seems to be, I seem to recall that stuff is kind of fairly widespread out. Going to fly low and look for fields of crystals. Neodymium deposit. How could I have discovered it? It's apparently already been mined. Alright, now where are those crystals? There's some. Oops. That's the one downside of coming from a planet that has a friendly atmosphere. You forget to put your helmet on. Maybe I need to make up a checklist, you know, and the first thing on it is helmet on when leaving before leaving planet. Okay. How many did I get? 10. Woo. Jetpack on. Alright. It occurs to me that all this fuel would be well placed in there. Alright. Now to fly around and find some more crystals. And I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and just do more of this. Just keep flying around, find crystals, get myself a good supply of them, and go ahead and process them. Whoa. Let's get enough altitude to not run into the terrain. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to work on that, and I'll cut back in when I have a good supply. Whoa. Somebody shooting at me. Backing away. Those green laser pulses or whatever, I guess they can't actually be called lasers because they're clusters of something. Get a little bit of altitude. And now swing around. Dodge to one side. And how come I'm not seeing a range on that? Is that, let's see, F6 I think it is to turn that stuff on and off. No, it's not showing. Alright, let's make sure I'm actually level. Whoa. Back away quickly. Alright. I was going to try to take that thing out, but I think I might be better off to just go elsewhere. Yeah. Alright, back to my crystal hunt. Paying a little bit more attention to what's around me. And I found a drone. Beautiful. Not bad. A rocket drone too. I ought to check that out. Might have power coils. Who knows? Need all of those I can get. Oh man. Pretty good long range on that sniper rifle. Do appreciate that. Don't appreciate that. Alright, back over there. Get those crystals. And there's another bunch of them over there. Found a spot where there's like 4, maybe even 5 decent sized fields of them. Alright. The collection continues. Okay, this field is cleared, and I just noticed something. The elevator has been blown off down below, so apparently that thing that was shooting at me did do a little bit of damage. Fortunately, I have another one here. There we go. Okay, this thing. Could have sworn warp drive tanks were made bigger. What the heck is that? This one's full. I have a few more crystals there, but I remember warp. I saw it in a video. Somebody put up a warp drive tank and it had like twice that capacity. Oh well. Put the crystals in and get them processing. Alright. And now I'm going to rinse and repeat. Take off, fly about, look for more crystals, mine more crystals.